to be their wives, right? Because if you breed inside of your immediate family, 20 times out of 10, the person is going to have Down syndrome, right? But the cousin is, it has, okay, the cousin has most of the time a different father or a different mother. So the DNA between the two people won't be as, how can I say, won't be as well, the same as you would be. So it won't be having to fuse the same DNA. So therefore, Down syndrome won't occur. But it talks about, like I said, mom, dad, sister, brother, uncle, aunt, stepmom, stepdad, but the cousin is fine. So no uncovering their nakedness. Now as a baby, of course you have to change their diaper. That's not what they're saying. But it means to uncover their nakedness means to, you know, basically having sex, uncovering their nakedness. Long story short, right? No incest. That's weird. All right, let's jump down to Leviticus 19. Right, we're rolling right now. Okay, y'all are learning the laws. Right, we're edifying the nation. We're making a nice pace across Leviticus. Right, let's keep it pushing. Let's go to Leviticus 19 and 11, man. We rolling right now. Right, it says, "Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another." Right, so these are the laws. "And ye shall not swear by my name falsely, neither shalt thou profane thy name of thy Lord, of thy God. I am the Lord." So this is what we read about in an earlier video about Exodus. We read about this stuff, right? Basically commandments, but they're reiterated in laws. Okay. It says, "Thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shalt fear thy Lord." But I keep missing the two up. "But shalt fear thy God, I am the Lord." Right? How do we know we fear the Most High? By keeping His commandments, right? "You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness thou shalt judge thy neighbor." Right? So people that say nobody could judge you but God judge you, that's cap. It's a literal book in the Bible called Judges, right? You think the Most High was all the judges? No, He had judges, and if you're judging in righteousness, right, rebuking your brother, telling him what not to do and what to do, if it's in righteousness, yes, you can judge a person. I don't know who came up with that cap, but that's cap, right? It says, "Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, as I said, and not suffer sin upon him." Right? So, for example, it's the Sabbath day, right? And all the so-called Black Hispanics and natives are Israelites, right? That's not a religion. It's a way of life, and it's literally your nationality, right? So I can't claim I'm an Israelite. A person down the street who might not know they're an Israelite, they're still an Israelite. So I'm taking the Sabbath day off, right? And I want something to eat, and we can't buy or sell. So I call up my neighbor and ask him to buy it. That's suffering sin upon him, because although he doesn't, keep the Sabbath as he's supposed to, and he might not know that he's an Israelite, you know you can't buy and sell. So if you tell him to go do it, you're suffering sin upon him, right? That's a no-go for the Most High. And when it says, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother," we read yesterday, right, in John 15. Let's go get that again. It says, John 15 and 70, "These things I command you, that ye love one another," right? So you're supposed to love your brother, okay? Love your brother as you love yourself, okay? Where are we at, 19? Okay, 18 now. 19 and 18. "Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself," right? As I brought out. "I am the Lord. Ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind." So that's inbreeding between weird animals, right? "Whosoever lieth carnally with the woman that is a bondmaid, betrothed to an husband, and not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her, she shall be scourged. They shall not be put to death, because she was not free." Right? So people say slavery was okay with the Most High. Well, one, yes, because He put us in slavery for breaking commandments. But when you hear about someone being free or someone being under another, during this time, we wasn't enslaving our own people. We bought them to do goods. That's like you pay somebody to do services around the house. You might pay somebody to cut the grass, or you might pay somebody to watch your children. This is what they were doing. But being free Basically it's the same way how we go to work. They were buying each other, but you wouldn't be able to whip your brother or whatever because it says love your brother. That's not what we were doing. We were literally paying each other for services, right? Okay, let's get 27. Because the stuff above it, why I'm skipping, because it's basically reiterating the same things just in different words, right? It says, ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard, right? So no parts, right? No getting crazy exotic designs in your hair, right? But we're not talking about for women. These are talking about for man, right? Because you ain't got no beard, obviously. Well, if you do, you need to shave it. All right, let me stop. But we're talking about men here, okay? So man, no getting parts of your hair, because women naturally can part their hair without digging into their hairline. Men don't do that, right? No shaving into your hair, no cutting your hair bald on purpose, okay? If you got hair there, you gotta let it grow, okay? Let's go to 28. Ye shall make, this is talking about tattoos, right? This is a big thing with the Most High, right? Because he told us earlier when I read, it says, don't take after the customs of the land wherein ye dwelt, right? We got tattoos and so-called tattoos from the so-called African man or the Hamites during that time when we were in captivity. They were, cutting themselves. They get the lip rings and all of that exotic stuff. They were doing tattoos. They were marking their skin, right? He told us to not take after their customs. And that's exactly what we do, right? 28, you shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. Do not prostitute thy daughter, right? So obviously no prostitution of your daughter. But making cuttings in your flesh for the dead is talking about how when you might lose a family member, right? You going AWOL. We don't do this. Black Hispanics, Natives people don't do that, right? That's Esau. That's Esau's favorite thing to do. Esau always cutting his skin, right? A bunch of weird people. Nor print any marks upon you, right? That's tattoos like I was going into. No tattoos. Now, piercings are okay because piercings can heal. Tattoos, you can remove a tattoo, but you printed it on you, so that's pointless, right? 29, right? I said that already. 30, you shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. Okay? This is talking about wizards and witchcraft. We don't do that stuff anyway. All right, let's jump down to 20. This talks about bestiality. We don't do that stuff anyway. No bestiality. This is bestiality and more incest that we don't do anyway, right? This is Leviticus 20. But 13 is a kicker, right? It says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood should be upon them, right? So this is talking about homosexuality. If a man lay with a man as if he was to lay with a woman, they have both committed an abomination and they shall surely be put to death. So if you want to know if the Most High is against homosexuality, yes, the Most High is against homosexuality. He did not make man for man. He did not make woman for woman. He made woman for man. Okay? That's how it is. If you don't like it, take it up with the Most